So like, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay, con. All right, shalom. Salakia for that. 2 minutes of nothing.
Right.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, can we just play that video of the young lady when the Edomite says what's the one that I put in there.
This is the first
when
one?
he said, "Ask what's wrong with you Gen Xers, but the black Gen Xers."
Oh yeah.
All right. First of all,
Why are black?
This one?
yeah,
All right. You want to play now?
yeah. Go ahead and play it, brother.
Why are black?
Because we were hoping you'd be different.
Oh, we'll start again so it can be right there.
And that sister's very attractive. She reminds me of my betrothed. Kind of looks like her.
Wow, brother. Say shit.
Why are black Gen Xers so pissed off nowadays? You guys.
Because we were hoping you'd be different. Turns out you weren't. But our parents may have fought for civil rights, but we were the ones who truly had to implement it. We went to school with you. We've been knowing you since you were kids. And when we were kids, you promised that you would be a different type of person. You promised that when you got older, you were going to make a difference in this world. And we believed you because you were our friends. We went to prom together. My goodness, we fell in love with hip-hop together. We even loved your music. It was the MTV generation. Your music was our music. Our music was your music. And we loved everything together. But when you had an opportunity to give us that promotion and give us that job, you acted just like your parents. When you had an opportunity to give us that loan, you acted just like your parents. When you had an opportunity to give us the breaks that we needed in order for things to be a little more equal, you acted just like your parents. And dear God, when Trump came about, you turned into your parents. So yeah, we are the F around and find out generation. And truth be told, somebody needs to let you know, while our parents might not have complained to everyone else, they came home and complained to us. So when you saw that guy, or your parents saw that guy who was shining their shoes, he didn't like your parents. He didn't like the way your parents would treat him. I don't care how nice he was and how he called them by name. No, you turned into exactly what your parents turned into. And that guy was angry and bitter, and we choose not to turn into that. So when Barack Obama became elected, you certainly started to show your true inner hatred. And so, yeah, we're there for found out generation. We're going to let you know. We don't like it.
I've never been there.
All right, so there's a couple. I mean, she said a few things that were really true, and a few things that were, that were very pivotal. And the worst thing about the situation is somebody gets a rock. Con. Con. And first it's Salakia. You know what? We didn't salute him. We want to first give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakudash.
Double honors to the apostles. Double honors to the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. All right. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that have the appearance of those heathen nations. All right. This is not a black thing, and those few Akwaf that are listening and learning, which would represent the submissive that we're talking about.
That's right, brother.
All right. We say shalom. All right. Yeah, that 2-minute distraction kind of threw us off a little bit. So Salakia, Akim. But yeah, and one of the most pivotal things give me that Sirach, man, because she's trusting in her enemy, and she's from the same generation that I'm from. She's around there. We were the MTV generation. We were the video killed the radio star generation. Right. That was us. All right. Because, video really did kill the radio star. And that was that was a video, that was a song. Right. I remember that song. And there was a lot of, I used to listen to that 80s metal and all that shit, right? Because that was what was on MTV. A lot of things she said was true. Their music became our music, and our music became their music. They was listening to Rum DMC and all,
Guns and Roses.
Right, exactly. That was that era, man. what was that? Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
All right, that was that era, man.
Genesis.
Yeah,
The Doors.
you know. So, well, that was before that, bro.
Now, thank you.
That's
That
old.
was the 70s.
That wasn't the 70s. That was the
That wasn't the
60s.
same
Oh, then I still
music
love
genre,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
I know I was there.
The video killed the radio star started. That was the 80s, brother. It was toward the 70s had just ended, but it was still the 80s. All right, because that's when video started hitting it, like 80, 81.
Yeah.
You know,
82,
and
stuff
then
like that.
right, and MTV became a thing in like 82, 81, something like
Yeah.
that.
Love
Alright.
my MTV.
Yeah. So nevertheless, you know, Jake was vibing with Esau. They started making all the little shows where there was always a token Negro. You know, you had the shows where Jake was doing well, and but then fast forward, we woke up to this truth, and we all realized as we became adults, these people are no different from the people before them, collectively. You know, they were no different from the people before them. So get that barbecue shot.
It's Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
No, start up above that, brother. Hold on, let me see. I want you to read more. Hold on.
To like
Was
8.
it 11 you want me to keep going?
Yeah, I want you to keep going, brother.
I had started at 10.
Okay, come on. Why am I in second entrance? Go ahead, start. Go ahead, brother.
Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Come on, go all the way to 13, barbecue shot.
Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Right. You know, we kind of talked about that a little bit yesterday, man. Right? You know about coming near wild beasts and things like that. And Esau is really a wild beast who cannot be trusted.
That's right, brother.
All right. I just saw a story which Lord will, I'll probably do, touch on it, use it, about some swimmers who divers who got caught in the undertow.
Shit.
And he's just gonna show you the Lord ain't messing around. They got caught in the undertow, and the undertow dragged them right into the middle of a school of sharks, and they ate both the divers.
You remember
I'm like, what the fuck?
Thank you
So
very much.
we talked about the woman being swallowed by the snake yesterday.
Right.
The woman got swallowed by the python. So they got on their scuba gear and they jumped in the water. And then the undertow drugged their ass.
Fast food.
And took them right to right. Fast food, brother. I guess one of them sharks was like Uber. And the damn undertow drugged their ass right to it. A whole school of fucking sharks. And they had cameras going. So the cameras, their own cameras, caught them in the middle of these big ass sharks that was 3 or 4 times their size, and they just went in on it.
It was a boat dash, not DoorDash.
Damn, boat.
Now it's funny because I just
Boat
saw
dash.
I saw Edomite trying to save a shark that got beached.
We talked about that yesterday.
And then he sit there and help the motherfucker.
No, he wanted to eat him. That was a dumbass Northern Kingdom dude.
Really?
So
Yeah, okay, it's a dumbass Northern
we spent
Kingdom.
about 20 minutes on that yesterday.
Oh,
We don't leave that alone, brother. But yeah,
What made was wrong about that? The scriptures say how
I believe I sent it to you.
He probably did.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
the scriptures talk about how the sparrows crying to the Lord and the Lord feed them.
He said-
The sharks was probably crying to the Lord for some food.
Well, they were crying for vengeance.
Yeah,
and
the
for the
Lord-
same enemy that we're clowning this woman about, the same woman the same enemy that we're telling this woman that she's really being foolish to believe in. You see, there is no making no deals with the devil. These people really are. Look, the Lord has his his physical representation here on earth, which are the sons of God, the Israelites. All right, and then Satan has his physical representation here on earth, which is the serpent seed, which is Esau, Edom. or Esav, as the rabbis call them, all right, who happen to be Esav as well. All right. So, you know, this, and then you saw the thumbnail of the clamorous woman versus the other woman. So matter of fact, could we play the other video and then we just gonna bombard with the scriptures? It's only about literally less than a minute long with the young lady talking about when she went in, another beautiful sister talking about how your man should be your best friend. All right, because
Your man should be your best friend.
yeah.
Now hear me when I say this. You shouldn't be trying to look for a best friend in another man. I don't know why women do this. I would never understand it. But your man should be the person, your man should be the person you laugh with, kick it with, cry to, express yourself to. He should be your everything. You should not be trying to find comfort in another man. I really don't believe in talking to another man, texting another man, not when you got a man. If that's the case, you don't need to be with the man that you with. And it's a straight man that you entertaining. That straight man can want you too. Especially when he know what kind of woman you are.
Oops.
But what do I know?
So there it is, man. I mean, she couldn't have said it any better outside of using the scriptures. All right, and the issue is that it comes down to social media. All right, the social media has really gassed these women up and given them a platform, and and majority of these women, I'm not going to say all of them, but the majority of these women, they're looking for validation, and so your man is never enough now, especially if you're an attractive woman with a really nice body, or just one asset, because women that's not even that pretty, if they got a great set of breasts, they'll use just that and create this huge platform just by them showing their breasts all the time. They always jiggling and shaking, I mean, how many videos you see? She's just walking and bouncing, right? Or she's clapping her cheeks and you got the camera on her ass and switching, bending over, picking shit up, and make a whole platform of that, and people click on it and watch it all day long.
That's right.
My dumb ass, oh yeah.
Titties.
All right, but men, and I mean, I don't stay on them shits long, but the point is though is that men by nature, what we're attracted to is the physicality of women, straight men.
Fullness.
All right, and so you may not even want the woman, but you're gonna look at her anyway because it's right there. All right, you're not even interested, man. And then for some of us, it just gets boring, and I just ignore the shit. It's like, oh, look, another set of big titties, Swipe, oh, another big ass. Swipe, I don't care. All right? But the problem is that I know that a lot of these women actually have men. And what I can't understand is the men in these women's lives, man. And all that does is it breeds adultery. That's what it comes down to. It breeds adultery. Every rap song is about yo bitch, Yep. It's always got to be, yo bitch. I can't, not just any bitch. It's got to be yo bitch. All right, R&B on camera, on film, yo bitch.
Yeah, that's irritating.
And it does. It gets irritating, man. And so men don't want get Jeremiah 3:1. Real men don't want that defiled used up thing. On the way here, Asha, could you play that video of that woman with the 7 children with the 4 different husbands? God, talking about how pretty she is and how yeah,
she was wicked as hell.
And so you saw it too. So the women went in on her, man. The women clowned her ass.
That's rare.
That's when it's
rare.
really bad.
Yeah, that's rare.
All right, when the women went in on her, like,
You fucking up.
because normally the women come to women like that. They come to their defense, but
You go,
her
girl.
shit was so tacky. That even the women was like, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." STFU exclamation points. All right. But before you play it, somebody get that Jeremiah 3. You got to just get it ready. Bob Kusha.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. It says, they say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
That's polluted food. You don't want to lay your seed now in that field because now it's polluted. is mingled with another seed. And now science has proven, for those you just believe and trust in the science has proven that the DNA of a man stays in a woman her entire life. All right. So when you women that's had more partners than your grandmother had birthdays, times 2, some of you times 3. All right. But when you had that many men, you weren't using protection with all those men. Some of these women feel like if they use protection, that body don't count.
I heard
Absolutely.
I heard the bitch say that recently.
So no, man. Somebody penetrated you, man. All
And
right?
they feel like if you did it in the butt, it don't count. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all most likely gonna destroy.
If you did it in the butt, so if he shot a big ass load in your butt, it didn't count.
Damn.
No,
Yeah,
his DNA is still in you,
That's it.
right?
Silly.
Silly dude.
There's some more to that, y'all.
Yeah. It says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return unto me again, saith the Lord.
Right. So the point being is that, when you're spiritual about this thing, we have to understand that we're in this position because of the men of Israel. All right. We fucked up.
Right.
And us praying to these other gods and following after these other nations, the way we get angry and upset and hurt over when these women do this to us, that's how the Lord felt when we did it to him, which is why the curse said our wives would be, our daughters or our women would be, whores in the streets.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's what a good majority, way too many of them are.
Yeah, it's like, we've taken the mindset of, the heathens' gods, and or just simply that the heathens' mindsets, period, and so that was like us, the Israelites, who the scripture says we're likened unto a comely and delicate woman. You see, so we're the wife, all right? The Israelites are the wife of Yahushua.
Right, we're that bride that he's coming back for.
That's it.
All
and
right.
so he was saying, man, when you are, in the mindsets of this world, you polluted, but return unto me. But like in this Jeremiah 3:1, it was using, that as to say, like, hey, just like your wife, as a man, your wife, if she go away from you, wouldn't she be polluted? Would you return unto her? No. But he was saying, but hey, you Israelites, return unto me, even though you played the harlot, return, back to me.
And that's what we're telling our women. And the problem is that the majority of our women are clamorous.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're loudmouth and rebellious, and they're clamorous, and they don't want to listen.
That's it.
All right. And unfortunately, they're raising so many of our men. The men are effeminate and clamorous at the same. How you gonna be masculine and effeminate at the same time?
That's right, man.
But that's a confused state to be in.
That's it.
You this wife beater, muscle bound, rough dude, but you still got these effeminate ass, bitchy ass tendencies. That's gonna eventually get your ass shot or beat up or killed or some shit.
See, but that was part of the whole Willie Lynch letter. I had it over here somewhere right there, but that's part of the whole Willie Lynch letter.
I think I've seen this right here.
It's right. That's right there, right? Perfect. That's what that is exactly the
Jody
model
ass niggas.
that Edom said they would make. This is from the Willie Lynch letter part, the Negro Marriage Unit. We breed 2 nigger males with 2 nigger females. Then we take the nigger males away from them and keep them moving and working. Say the nigger female bears a nigger female and the other bears a nigger male. Both nigger females being without influence of the nigger male image, frozen with the independent psychology, will raise their offspring into reverse positions. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable, even though the white man negotiates with her, through her, by her, and negotiates with her at will. The one with the nigger male offspring, she being frozen with a subconscious fear for his life. Go to the first chapter before that, when they talked about the buck breaking and all the killing and all the stuff they did to kill the man in front and demasculize the man in front of the woman.
I used Good Bonko Tom in a lesson this morning. And one of the movie, they have all these different, visuals from the movie. But one of the movie scenes shows a nigger woman in chains, naked and bent over. and right next to it is a man, stretched out eagle, chained down,
Damn.
naked. So they both are getting raped.
Right.
All right.
And so they seeing that, put an image in her mind now, and they pass this on to us. So now she's subconsciously, it said, and now with the subconscious fear for his life will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak,
So
but physically strong.
There you go.
So he got this big buff nigga, but mentally he's effeminate now. He's like her. You are who? What they say? You are what you eat. Well, the ears try words, as the mouth tastes meat. Yes, sir. Please take a picture of that, brother.
Yeah, because when you said something in here where it says both nigger females being without influence of the nigger male image, frozen with the independent psychology. And so I remember, that situation with my, and then her sister came over, right? And I said, look, she can go. If she not following my mind, I told the sister this. If she not following my mind, she can go. She looked at me appalled, like, following your mind, she has her own mind. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is the mindset of these women. Like, I have my own mind.
They encourage each other.
Hey, no, the scripture says, hey, if you have a wife after thy mind, forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a like woman. So the woman has to follow the mindset of the man, the husband. Just like the husband has to follow the mind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And that's pushing that happy wife, happy life to keep the man working so he don't be in the fucking house at all. They always work him to death.
Well, they show you that in Everybody Hate Chris. The father was always working.
Or he's always trying to please her.
Right.
Like he said, and not a woman who has a light mind, meaning she's like a man.
Right.
She's just so right.
Strong, independent.
So now you got the reverse situation. You just masculine ass man, and you sitting across the table from a masculine ass woman.
Man.
It's a lot of the Cosby
All right.
Show.
And wonder why you said again.
On the Cosby Show, Claire always coming against Cliff and shit, and he be submissive and everything.
Yeah.
Well, baby.
Hey, and that was supposed to be an educated male.
Now, somebody get the scripture, and so is the mother, so is the daughter. Because I'm going to show you this clip for this old lady. She got to be in her 80s or something. And she said, I'm going to let you hear it. It's just the same wicked ass bitch mindset from an old ass lady. And these are the ones who teaching the sons, who teaching the daughters, who teaching their
So
sons.
these are the same people who teach their children, Jeebus.
Yes.
Right.
Earth, these same, and guess what? She's just an old hoe. All right.
But check it.
Advice when you give your younger self to never marry. To never marry. I think that I could have done all the things that I have done without a man. When my two husbands and my father all died within 3 months. And I found myself Betty, because I was no longer Betty Charbonnet, no longer Betty Reed. I was no longer defined. My son-in-law's name.
Also, I just want to open up space for you to say anything to.
That was basically it. And that's
So basically what that opened, so basically I could have done everything that I did without my husband. So that means you just would have laid with any and every man in between that.
Yeah, translation.
So that's the translation.
no,
That means-
no family structure.
No family structure.
No protection either, by the way.
So now your children, you got these children, they don't even have their father's name. All right, so and that's an old ass woman.
And this has been teaching the other women who've been teaching the other women who's teaching Keisha down the block right
And
now.
see, that's that, and that's that generation. That woman right there will be the generations of our mothers.
That's right.
All right.
That's right, brother.
Who were the first ones to get approached with this? You don't need no man shit.
Right.
What was that movie, Claudine?
Yeah.
That was that generation. The women in the early '60s, late '50s, going into the early '60s. I mean, into the '60s, and then those women And those
Going
women
into
who was
the
having
70s.
babies in the 60s and in the late 50s and 60s, they were the first of that independent. You don't need no man, that Gloria Steinem agent shit. And look at what it has done to us. All right, collectively.
Well, Elder, that's when that's when all these food companies started mass producing these things that are being the shelves, like macaroni and cheese. What they did is they catered to these single mother audiences.
Quick
now
cooking.
now they were dependent on what? On government services. So they went to go get the EBT, the eggs, the milk. So Esau did this so that he would destroy the future generations, the ones that get out. All right, Esau always did this. All this microwave, this hot pocket. Those are groceries for single mothers that you get home. Oh, right. When he said, let's throw the Tostinos in the microwave.
Not even that.
You know what I'm saying?
weren't at
Pizza
home.
rolls.
You weren't at home. Like man, look, man. I think about it, man. The water you howl, man. That the Lord washed out. You know, like my best friend. You know, and his younger brothers. They were like, you know, family. They mother worked nights a lot when we were kids, so we had that, which hence the reason why I was always over there.
Right.
And what do? We went to my house to eat,
and then come back over there.
right? And then because all they had at their house when they had food was TV dinners.
Damn.
You know,
Well,
all right, and then you know, my mother always had a big ass bowl of fruit, and they would come over and crush that fruit.
Yep.
Fruit you can actually smell from half across the room. By the way,
Yeah,
all right, you
man.
don't smell fruit anymore. That's something else for you to think about. But you know, thinking back, you know, their mother was a nurse, single woman, and you know, a lot of men in and out of her life. You know, that was what was going on, and that was the majority of the women like that. As a matter of fact, in that building that they lived in that high-rise building right there on 64th and Stony. It was a whole lot of women in that building like that.
Of course.
You know,
They were doing a little bit better than the rest of the women in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, and they lived in the high-rise. They had a dorm, and you just couldn't walk in the building. You know, and it was very, you know, and there was more people in there. And more women in there that didn't have a man than it was that actually had the family unit.
That's how.
now, you know,
Right? And wasn't nothing but a whole bunch of adultery going on in that building.
you know, it's funny that you say that because you saying she was a nurse, right?
Right.
And then they pushed that in the 60s with Diane Carroll.
Yes.
Her job was that of a nurse.
Yep.
And she was taking care of her son by herself.
Yeah, and when you know that's wild too, because we were just talking about, you know, these occupations that adultery go with, and nursing is one of them,
Right.
right? Nursing, military, college,
Right.
teachers, police department. You know, those are huge adulterous. But then when you think about it, anytime where a woman leaves her home and spends 8 hours of her day, or even if it's if she works part time, 4 to 5 hours a day, you know, sitting next to this guy, working with this guy all day,
Her work husband.
that becomes her work husband, you know, her work boyfriend. And that's what the pretty lady was talking about.
That's right.
Your man should be your everything. But then we live in a society where they're setting our women and our people up to fall.
That's right.
All right, we really do need deliverance, man.
Right. And
Because all these issues that our women have, we know it's the curses. We never did bring that scripture out. Somebody can grab it. We know it's the curses, but on the flip side of that coin, you got this Edomite who's further pushing that thing to make it, you know. And now it's all falling apart because now these women are learning the hard way that they need a man.
That's right. And now I was talking to Brother Yesharia, and he made a point that something you just said just echoed it. His little 3-year-old daughter, he said sometimes she calls him and said, "Daddy, I want some of your food." Why would a 3-year-old call him? And we talked about it yesterday. Why would a 3-year-old girl beg Daddy, I want some of your food. I want some of your food. Because what she cooking is bullshit. The Tostinos, the fucking
Velveeta.
bullshit, the fucking,
And we know
the
she
processed
throw
shit.
down.
Right.
Men generally throw down.
Yeah.
Men know the taste.
We know
why
they
they cooking.
survive.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna over this or under that. I'll taste it as I'm getting it.
But men are the CEOs. We are the heads of our companies. Like Yak says all the time, the CEO knows all the job descriptions. If you own Mattel, he knows how to make the toy. He knows how to make the coloring. He know how to do the design. He know how to do the mail room. He know how to do the janitor. He built the business. So a man, Jacob was doing what?
He was a cook.
He was cooking. And Esau came and said, I'm famished. Give me some of that bloody meat. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that. We know how to fucking cook. Men know how to cook. Even Esau knew how to cook because Isaac loved his businesses. Men know how to fucking cook.
Hey, when you watch
Gordon Ramsay, goddammit. Go look at these motherfuckers. Men pioneered cooking. So we know how to fucking throw down and we want to fucking throw the fuck down. Most men don't want to throw down because it's not our job description. We do it when we want to. Let a whole bunch of people come to your house. You have a big picnic and shit. You nigga go get the big.
Let me show you what I can do.
The grill. Like what I'm telling you, what you think I'm talking about? Get the grill. Like that nigga ain't been out and cooking since last year's picnic. And his ass, he couldn't wait till this one to go ahead and doing his one. Like, hey, now show you my casserole. And let me show you what down. Fuck ass out of here.
We want to put a Jake Mid on. Jake Mid want to introduce barbecue to down south, man.
Come on, bro.
I got some.
Bring it out, brother.
It's a rock 14. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna hit 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start it. No, I'm gonna just hit that point. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Right? So our people, they ate the bullshit. You see like the Tostinos and the pizza rolls and all of that shit. But really that shit was to fuck your immune system up, fuck your mind up, make the nigga woman feel like she got some power. Like even my son, I get on
creates chubby kids.
Right.
And high blood pressure in youth.
Man boobs.
Ethan got high blood pressure. Right. So that shouldn't be.
How old is he?
Like 14, 15.
That shit crazy.
So it don't make no fucking sense. So
it's the diet. It's the diet.
My baby mama got diabetes. He barely 22, 3 years old.
Buying your baby mama?
Got diabetes.
Damn, that shit crazy.
That's the diet. He said it. When he told me says what they eating.
Hey, shit. And I'm steady warning my son. I be like, look, man, y'all steady eating like this, but that shit come from his mother. Cause his mother she would cook every once in the blue moon, but she would order the pizzas, and that's what he eat. Pizza, nachos, tacos, the simple food. And that's what he eat. He bullshit that kill you. And he won't eat nothing else.
Taco is not that bad. I guess it depends on how you make it.
I mean, you know, I mean, they the way they eat it is crazy. You know what I mean? So he don't eat real food, but that come from the black woman. You know, the black woman eat like that.
Now the skirt hit the brakes. The Northern Kingdom woman, she eat that bullshit too. She buying them Takis and that
McDonald's
all that shit for her kids too. It ain't just the nigga woman.
Yeah, right.
The Spigger woman too.
Right.
Y'all think I'm a little.
But that shit also makes
that bitch.
I wanted to say like this one woman on this video, I don't know if we could get a chance to play it, but she was talking about because it was females coming against her saying why would you put your husband first? She said, well, he the head of the
Hold that. Her first, then that, then these scriptures. We gotta get back to these scriptures because I'm sitting up holding some bangers right here.
My bad. Ronaldina, McDonaldina.
And for the record, the two women that spoke earlier were way finer than this broad.
Oh, yeah.
This broad really is not that pretty. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to see them eyelashes, them bugs on her eyes go away and wipe this mess off her face to see what she really look like. Now, she's not that ugly, but she's definitely not that pretty.
That hair is.
Right? And then her attitude makes her even more unattractive. But go ahead and play her. That's the one you had.
She knows she ugly.
Y'all think I'm gonna look this pretty and I have kids? Y'all think y'all the only one that's ever approached me and wanted to like be with me? No. I have 7 kids for a reason. I have 4 baby daddies for a reason.
Cause you're a hoe.
You just don't get a pretty girl like this that don't have all these kids.
She ain't that pretty.
I'm not asking to take care of my kids. I said take care of me. In the video I said get my nails done. I need a new oil change and stuff like that. I never said take care of my kids. I get $2,100 in food stamps.
She got the filter
My
on.
kids not hungry.
Hold on, she get what?
My kids have Medicaid insurance.
That bitch ain't working.
They good. I'm talking about me. Y'all think I'm gonna look this pretty in that house?
So she said, I didn't tell you to take care of my kids. I told you to take care of me. All right. What she trying? You're a package fucking deal, and being a stepfather to that many. That would be a thankless job.
Well, that's why she says it.
Very bad deal.
But that's why she says it, because the new woman always wants that space to be able to say, "Wait, nobody told you had to do it. You did it because you wanted to." Type shit.
Well, not only that, the thing is that why would you take your time and your resources and work your ass off to turn around and spend your money and your time on a woman like that who will never make you first in her life?
And see,
You trying to be with her, so she first in your life. But you can never. But all them damn kids that ain't yours, you can never be first in her life at all. All right, at all. So she would. So why would anybody want anything from her outside of a piece of, and then it's actually got quite a few mileage on it, and we're trying to figure out, thinking in the 7 kids. So are the first for 4 different men? So are the first 4 the same dude, and then the last 3
They
the
probably
other
in
3,
between.
and that's what and that makes it even worse.
The baby daddy.
Because if think about it, like the first 2 maybe by the same dude, and then the last 2. And then you did all this other shit in between.
Well, she don't know.
What makes your worthless ass? And from what I understand, the women tore ass up on the comment board, man. That's why the name of this video is The Virtuous Woman, man. I mean the clamorous versus the virtuous. That was clamorous and wicked as hell, man. Now let's see the difference, and then we're gonna get these scriptures.
Why are you pulling it up? Why would a man want the baggage of a woman with multiple kids, or at least one kid that he can't take care of?
Let me just say this, brother. That's why used cars be on the car lot crossing their arms talking about I can't get no new car price.
That's right.
You a used fucking car. You done had 9 owners. You done had 9 owners. Cigarette burns in the seat. Throw up, baby puke in the back, diapers and shit under the seat, old French fries and shit.
Need a new transmission.
It's like
Are you crossing
transmission?
I need a new car. Oh, bitch.
It's like Matilda's
No.
dad, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sell them used cars like it was brand new and stuff like that. And reverse the mileage. You can't reverse the mileage, man. Right? You got all that mileage on you, man. Fuck that shit.
Right.
Talk about
the hot dog down the hallway. Go ahead, brother.
Hotel.
Go out on your sailboat. Okay. Sailboat is shut. It's sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children. This is an impossible choice. You also have to understand that my hierarchy in my life. God, my man, my children, everything else. And also, I just want to emphasize spouse.
Your baby and your man is in the water.
Yeah.
Your baby look like a baby. Your man look like a grown man. I'm saying to my baby, I love my wife, but I just feel like my baby.
What if she's incapacitated? What if she's knocked out?
I feel like she would be mad at me if I say no.
She would, but she would get over it because now you're a single daddy.
As a man, I can't even go back and be like, oh yeah, I saved my wife, I let the baby die. Who am I gonna go tell that story?
Everybody.
That sounds crazy.
Let me tell you this. This is why having an integrity point and barometer with self is so important. Because if somebody said to me, you let your kids die and you saved your husband, absolutely. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't grieve, that I wouldn't be sad. I'd probably ask myself, did I make the right choice? Oh my God, are we ever going to have children again? I'm getting up there in age. Having kids is hard. All of these things are real things. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody has to say about any decision that I made because I did it and I meant it.
She wrong.
Yes.
All right, so thanks, Dad. That's good. The point is made, man. The point is made. Look, scenario. They're on the ship. That means they're probably near an island. So now you didn't let your man die and save this baby, and now you're on this island. How the fuck you gonna take care of the baby? Like he said, you on the island with the man. Your chance of survival is
slim to none.
You're on the island with the man. Your chance of survival is much higher. All right, you're on the island with the baby.
You
trying to eat the baby.
You gonna end up eating the baby yourself, or the baby gonna
die worse than drowning.
Gonna die worse than it when it exactly.
Didn't they have the show where they had all the men on one island and the females on one island, or what part of the island, and this one survival shit, and all within a couple of days, the men had everything together. They had food. They had the whole thing together. All the bitches, they could barely find something to eat. They could survive. They had to get outside intervention to help their ass out. They couldn't do it. They would have all fucking died. Just like the one video where they asked a whole bunch of men, "Would you have who would you rather be in a line with? I mean, in a forest with something with the bear?" And it was like they picked anything but the bear. Like, oh hell no, I'll do everything. They asked women.
No, they asked a man, "Would you rather be in trapped in a forest with another man or a bear?" And he said, "Another man. We can protect each other, defend each other, build shelter, survive, hunt. We can do shit together."
Right. The females all said they picked the bear.
They all picked the bear.
And that bear was killing them and then done destroyed them. Oh, and they said why? Because men do this, men do that. Oh, men.
They all had the dumbest answer. And the man was like, "Well, the bear could just kill me."
And you know what they said? "Oh, I think I could be nice to bro. Hey, Mr. Bear." You can't make this shit up, bro.
This is Little Bear.
No, this is.
They thinking of the Care Bears that they had.
Hey, boo boo. Was the picnic baskets? That ain't that type of bear.
Exactly. No, you are the picnic.
Right.
All right, come on.
I gotta appreciate this. 1 Corinthians 11. I'm gonna start at 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I'm also of Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, that you keep the ordinance, which is the order, as I deliver them to you. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the Most High Power of God. And that's just simple, man. You females need a head. Simple as that. Without a head, you're going down turmoil and you're going to be destroyed. Simple as that.
And you know, let me land back off of that, brother. And the truth of the matter is, brother, that the majority of these women out here are not even worth to being led. Brothers going out they way to try and get these women, and these women ain't worth it. Collectively, they ain't worth it. You save yourself a whole lot of age. You know, Rosie Palm and Palmalita would be better off. You know, she ain't gonna talk back to you. She ain't gonna cheat on you. She ain't gonna hurt your feelings. She ain't gonna, you know. And let me read this. It's Proverbs 7:4. It says, "Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman." All right, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. All right. But I remember walking into a barber shop, and it was a bunch of women worked in the barber shop. And this is back in the day when I was a young, strapping young man. and this sister was fine. I give it to her. This was in Hayward, California. The sister was fine, you know. And when the door opened, I could see the shine on that big ass wedding ring. And the broad turned around and said, "You making my wedding finger burn."
Damn.
I was like, damn.
Yeah,
I was like, shit. Well, I'm just here for a haircut. But, you know, I'm trying to
see that.
I'm gonna try to make your.
Behind that.
You know, let me finish this, though, brother. That made me think about it. It says, but keep that, brother. Keep it. It says, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger that flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and I beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. And so many young men fall into the traps with these women out here, man. All right? And it says, and especially, unfortunately, our own women.
That's right.
That's why the apostles and the elders are telling you to leave Keisha the fuck alone.
That's right.
Get you a heathen, man. If you really, you know, it's better to marry than to burn, man. If you really need a woman that bad, you know, avoid, in most cases, avoid Keisha. All right? And it says, passing through the streets near her corner, and he went the way into her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black, in the dark night, and beheld that there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and a subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. All right? Her feet abide not in her house. Girl, I'm going to the club. All right?
Out and about. The same thing that bitches always want to do. Niggas do what? Keep at home. Jacob is a man who keep it in his tent.
Yeah.
And guess what the females
bitch is screaming to her friend she going to get her some dick.
Right.
And but that means new dick, a different.
That's what it means.
That's exactly what it means. Now, when she said, I'm going to get her some dick, she not talking about she going to go see her man. Right. No, she's talking about she going to go find, and then a man like this fall into that trap. Right. She can go out there, she attractive, she got, hips, curves, cleavage, and, and then a lot of these women, they'll lie and say they don't have a man. Yeah. Or they going to say what she say, and then these niggas being stupid and wicked and void of understanding. Yeah, he ain't around, really, for real though.
Man, I had a bitch tell me straight up what that got to do with me.
Right.
That bitch was wicked. Boy.
There it is.
No fuck.
And it's also, the same thing with, again, us, the Israelites, being the, wife of Yahushua, and then us into these other philosophies, right? These other philosophies are like the strange woman, And so we have to return to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yeah, because a lot of them Israelite men, they be talking about nowadays, they like sloppy seconds.
Well, they void understanding, brother. Right. They void understanding. What you really should be do. I said, if you burn, you must marry and do so. But that stoic avoiding these women, man. Real talk. It says so. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an imputed face said, "Oh, Salaki, I missed the verse. Verse 12. Now she is without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait on every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an imputed face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows, therefore I came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with the coverings of tapestry, and carved works with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves, for the good man is not at home. Mm-hmm. He is gone on a long journey, and he have taken a bag of money with him, and he will come home at the day appointed. So she knows that when he expect him back, she knows his schedule. So he's being that good man that girl was talking about. I just need you to take care of me. But what about when I'm not around? Who you taking care of?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Why somebody else getting their sack empty? All right. And I got to come get them sloppy seconds he was talking about.
That's
crazy. Right. I got to go into a hole that's already got seed in it.
Can't make this
We
just had a conversation about this earlier, Elder. Yeah,
this is utterly disgusting. Why would I want to do that? And put my health, I had to let somebody go. Yeah. It happens, man.
Yeah.
It's just because it's like you look. If you gonna lie with somebody else while you with me, and put my health in danger.
Not only that, she can't be trusted.
She cannot be trusted. Leave her alone.
If she'll do that, she'll fucking backdoor you. As soon as Esau come kicking on the door or something, she'll be the first
there
one
he
to turn
is.
you in. Right.
Go ahead, Pop.
Okay. This is John 4:16. Yahushua said unto her, Go call thy husband and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou hast is not thy husband, and that saidest thou truly. So, like you say, they say what? I'm going to give me some dick. They ain't talking about.
She low key was hitting at the Lord, hoping you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he cut her.
A lot of these women, exactly. a lot of these women are, you're right, multiple penises. Because a lot of these women, unfortunately, are into multiple men. And a lot of them, they like to get down like that as well.
I got videos. I got several videos. I'm not about to go pull them up because I'm not about to go search for them. But females saying that, how am I going to settle down with this one man? I don't even know what a 13-inch dick feel like or this feel like. I'm going to go ahead and see.
I've seen that video.
Yeah,
I want to know what this is like, what that is like.
And that shit is.
But that's because they weak fathers and they fucking wicked ass grandmothers.
No,
they
the weak mothers. Their mothers got to kick the fathers out of the house. Over 60, 70, 80% of all households are raised by nigga women, period. So they teach them women that
fathers are teaching them the shit. I work with niggas that's like that.
I'm not
fathers are teaching them how to
hit the brakes.
God.
Who was their fathers raised by?
Right.
What generation?
There
you go.
Still the nigga woman, man. And majority of these niggas.
Because it is some soft ass niggas out there.
These niggas is bugged out. You know what I mean?
This is the mindset of that submissive woman. All right, this is the mindset of what a man of the Lord should be looking for in a woman. If a woman don't meet this criteria, it really should not be caring.
You know, like I said, I'm stoic. I can wait, bro.
That's right.
I ain't hunting and chasing and nobody.
Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Damn. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. So I'm just hit some of the notes on that. It's first of all, it's hard to find a virtuous woman. It said her price is far above rubies, giving you the ratio of finding a virtuous woman. When's the last time you motherfuckers have seen a ruby, held a ruby, and had access to a ruby? That means it's hard to find.
You gotta hit that. You gotta go into the earth for that shit.
Man.
That shit hard.
Yeah, a ruby is extremely rare. Right. That's extremely rare. Rubies and emeralds are extremely rare.
Yes. And so it's just and then for a husband to trust this woman out and about, not even worry about, you have to have such a high level woman to do that, because these bitches right now, you don't want them to talk to no nigga. You don't want them to talk to nobody, go nowhere, because they are easily fickle and moved by all this bullshit. You can't trust none of them. Right? And he said, she seeketh wool and flax and work with her willingly with her hands. These bitches don't know how to cook. These bitches don't know how to clean. These bitches don't know how to sew. These bitches don't know how to do any of these things, man.
My grandmama had a sewing machine. That's great. Women, that's a lost.
My mama had one too.
That's a lost.
Yeah, my mother used to sew and make clothes.
Yeah.
And she taught my sisters used to do it too.
She used to go get patterns. She used to sometimes have me go get patterns. We go back to the store. We go get a pattern or some fabric and shit. When the pattern is layout, the whole nine. You go grab the pattern, you give it to your mama. She go puts it that shit, lay it out, and go sew that bitch.
Yeah, my mother used to make them down. I hated it though, but I appreciate the fact that she had that skill, man. Yep. I remember she used to make all them clothes, and we used to have to go to them wicked ass Jehovah's Witness conventions. And she would make all them outfits, and then I would have an outfit, the male versions, all the shit.
To model it.
That shit, oh man.
But she could do it.
And was wrong.
But she could do it though.
And what's wrong about this Proverbs 31? This is Lemuel's mother putting him on game. This is what she put him. That's a woman. This a woman that taught him this. You know what I'm saying?
So if you want a wife, this is what you look for.
Yeah, she was putting him on game. Look, this is what you need to look for. This is what you need to,
Hey, Verse 14. Go ahead. It says, she is like the merchant ships. She bringeth food from afar.
That shit wrong.
She's like, you know what, baby, I'm gonna order this. I'm gonna go get the food and bring it in and cook it. Get delicacies.
Get on the horse and shit.
You know what I'm saying? She rises also while it is yet night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens.
Start cooking in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and start putting She considered a field and buyeth it with the fruit of her hand. She planteth a vineyard. So she out there working. She got her hands dirty. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. So she ain't fat. she ain't sloppy.
Not working.
Right. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. So she's up there at the making the
making stuff at
she's
night.
Making the food. Sure. She's taking care of. She's doing all the wifely duties.
That shit wrong.
She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reaches her hands, forth her hands to the needy. She's not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. So she didn't care about, oh, it's cold outside. Oh, I'm not going to go outside and go pick this and do that because it's raining. No, she out there doing what she got to do for her family, for her husband. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness, which is laziness. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
Right, that
But
also, so like that also show you a lot of women. They may not look like up to par, but they got other values. They got other values.
This is the real value.
Because you know what? I'd rather have an average looking woman who, well, even less than average, because this would make her
she wrong.
So gorgeous. So I could, yeah. When you get to a certain, when you get to a certain maturity too, looks start to really. Because
you
and that's what I didn't have the
fine ass
I didn't have and you know what? And the finer they are, the more wicked they are.
That is.
All right. The finer they are, the more wicked they are in most cases, especially the younger ones.
Right.
Just a little bit more. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. And that's the type of woman the real men of the Lord should be looking.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not gonna get that.
Not this time. Not right
so now. These women are too far gone. They're like this one here. Let me play this. It's just about 40 seconds. All right. You ain't got to see it. Just listen to it.
Faithful. So you were married to your husband, but you were having children with other men.
I was, and he raised them as his own and knew them to be his own until the divorce. He ended up unhoused, and the first man that I had the affair with is now my boyfriend, the father of my first child, my son, and he was my husband's assistant manager. So he started bringing this guy around, and I made the first move. Of course. I feel like I just sensed his kindness. I mean, still to this day, this man that I'm with is the kindest, most patient man I've ever met. But one day he came over my house without my ex-husband there, and you know what happened next. And we only saw each other once a week to do this because of how my schedule, my ex-husband's schedule, and his schedule. But the second affair, the man is the father of my daughter, he actually worked with me this time. He was my maintenance guy at my leasing job. Again, kind man, nice to me. And then with my daughter, she's Hispanic, so she came out a little more tan than the both of us. And just as she grew up, just kept that tan skin. And still, she looked so much like me. He was just like, yep, she looks like my wife. And here we are, 3 baby daddies and 2 kids. So yeah, it's been wild.
This lady was a piece of shit. All right, because when you really listen to what she said, her first husband was taking excellent care of her. She was a stay-at-home mom. All right, and he didn't know that the children were not his until the divorce.
That probably crushed her.
That crushed her because he was raising these kids to be his own children. Right, and then find out that the first child, all right, was his former boss.
No, he was like his assistant. Yeah, he was an employee.
He was the boss.
He was the boss.
No, I thought she said the man he worked for.
It was his assistant or something.
Well, anyway, she banging some dude.
The lesson
that's lesser than the man.
So it's ridiculous, man.
And then the maintenance man at the
he was tan too, and she was like,
right. Her third baby daddy was right. So so Raul stroked out. So look, man, these.
I got one too. I got a script.
And that's the sort of thing that makes men not want to be with women in Babylon.
They don't trust.
And that's also going to make men be very violent toward women.
That is.
When these lights go out, when this shit go down, man.
These whole things.
Which is being talked about on the internet daily. That's a regular topic now. All right, it's the crash of the system, and when the system falls.
Men are biding their time.
They acting like the Purge movie.
That's it. They
sharpening fucking machetes and shit, Well, go ahead, brother.
This Proverbs 30:20. such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness.
Ooh, that was this, bro.
God, that's what I was thinking of.
She
Because
was
it's
laughing.
like you can hear how they sound. It's like it's
Another
an
kind
achievement.
man.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She didn't flinch,
Right,
hesitate, nothing.
Right, she's barely wiping his
was
tears off.
laughing.
She still got
Right,
the
and
guy.
of course she answering the phone. Hey, baby,
Right.
Oh, why she getting banged?
your turn.
And but she only spoke.
He's done.
Right. But she only spoke about the 2 kids that she had from the 2
What about all
affairs.
the- right.
She didn't speak about the other session she had because she was doing that. She was a hoe. She was 304.
Right, and then she turned around and said 3 baby daddies.
Well, she said 3 baby daddies because her main husband was paying for them.
Right.
She said she only had 2 kids.
Exactly.
So she called.
Then she turned around and said 3 baby daddies.
Yeah.
I don't
You know, so something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
An
got one.
abortion.
This Ecclesiastes 7:26, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart snares and nets and hands like bands. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her, but a sinner shall be taken by her. Right. So, and that's the thing, because dying is a bitter thing. You get cold and you're shivering. It's 1,000 ways to die. But the woman is worse than that. All right.
Yep.
You know, but it also say they who please the Lord shall escape from her. So don't be too upset about that female you like that just don't stick around.
We talked about
You know. Sometimes the Lord sees shit we don't see.
That's right.
The Lord got angels sitting right next to that wicked bitch. You know, like, man, then cancel that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you trying to chase her, and the Lord like, man, get rid of this bitch. This bitch ain't gonna
Hey,
do
you
you no
know,
good, you know.
what the fuck, the Mississippi Swamp Boy, when he was right now, he said something right. You like, women leave you, that woman didn't reject you, the Lord rejected her ass.
Right.
Good con when he was in his right mind. You're right. When a woman leaves, you know, that's a really good way to.
Yeah.
The Lord rejected it, especially if she believed.
Right.
You know, when a woman who actually believed on Yahweh Shema was shy, heard the gospel and cleaved to it, and then you leave the man that you're with after learning this truth and understanding it, especially if he's pushing to do this work. You know,
that bitch wicked.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is, damn, the Lord rejected you.
Right.
Because he put it in your spirit to do that, man. So your lot is in the 2/3. You're gonna have to come back. Matter of fact, it'd be messed. You might turn around and come back as his child. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I remember you.
I got a precept in back up.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that fear the Lord.
And read 25 too.
And just for the record, that don't mean if you're a righteous man, you got a wicked woman, that you're a wicked man. All right? The Lord has given also wicked women to righteous men. Right? Lord King David had Michal, and she was wicked. He had to put her as, and withheld his seed from her. All right? But the Lord says usually,
Especially in that time.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
In that
She
time.
tweet.
Yeah, in that time, and not that long ago, it was even in the last century, the earlier part of the last century, you were looked at funny if you were a woman didn't have children.
That's right.
I remember working with this Polish chick who didn't have children, and and her parents were riding her about getting married and having kids. Because it's just like here you are, you about to be 30 years old. You
ain't got no kids,
right?
Fuck.
And so in her culture, it's like, fuck's wrong with you?
That's right.
That's it.
But even one of the Asian countries, they basically have that where they try to justify the women that don't marry because they're considered whatever high value, and they basically have to have like a movement, to make them feel better about themselves because they know that it's a shame for you not to keep a man.
Classic shame.
All right.
Yeah. And then the flip side of this whole coin, I'm gonna play this video that Tazapanya 144 put up on the gram, but it's showing you this man and what do you think he got, like 5 wives? Yeah. Now he got his constellation on this side because he clearly a 2/3 ass nigga.
5 nigga,
right?
tweaking.
Yeah, and he
Two
got
is hard enough.
the damn dreads. He's straight up in the Greek, and it looked like he got 6 wives.
Plus
And,
these niggas be wicked with that shit too.
yeah.
They be all on each other.
They allow that shit, right.
They don't be like
Yeah, they ain't doing it.
Yeah.
But they call themselves sister wives,
They fuck
right?
each other.
And he got a lot of children with all these wives. So I'm gonna just play it. It's only like a minute long or so. All right, and all the wives, and all he got a 1 bedroom for all the wives, and then one of them stay with him. You know, he rotate his wives. So look like he, you know, I don't know.
I mean, that is the best way.
But here we go. We're gonna just play it real quick, you know. And then we'll
Our polyamorous relationship is just with Jane.
These girls are solely committed to me. They're not allowed to go out and have a boyfriend. It's one-sided in a sense. I'm legally married to Cameron. Everyone else, they just have my last name. They don't have their own bedroom here. There's not like a set day. It's not like sleep where I sleep, but there's definitely rules that are in place. Every Sunday we have a meeting. We talk for sometimes 4 or 5 hours.
Yes, do all have to do with jealousy sometimes. Don't you ever get jealous? I usually will bring it up to him. I talk to him about it and we would work through it. And then I remind myself, we share on the floor. Our dynamic is very unique. And so to outsiders, it may seem very abnormal or outrageous. Hi. How I see these 4 other women, I see them as my sisters. Hey, babe. I feel like I can openly talk to them about whatever's bothering me. We don't plan on anyone else joining.
We sometimes play on that, but I just don't see a benefit to the relationship.
It's definitely hard, but if you get past everything, there is a lot of benefits. It's just a great lifestyle.
and it's right. It's a holy lifestyle. Because the simple fact of the matter is, especially when you have children, it makes it easier when you got all those different incomes and you have and you have all those helps. So that no woman is being burdened with the cooking, no one woman is being burdened with the cleaning, no woman is being burdened with the babysitting and the newborns, and it
helps with the postpartum.
Exactly.
She got real friends.
She got real friends, and that are actually her sister wives, because she's a wife too, and she also has his children. Y'all right there to embrace and help each other, and that's the way that the Lord set it up. Exactly. So this is a rare thing, and not all his wives. Most of them was Northern Kingdom, but he had a couple Edomites in there too, and it looked like maybe one Moabite. But definitely he didn't have Keisha in there. But nevertheless, man, this he is kind of smart to a certain extent, but he definitely got his consolation on this side, because not once did I hear him speak about the Lord. Not once, which he's getting this concept from the Lord, all right, but not once did I hear him say the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai. So the problem is that he and all them wives gonna get taken from him. He gonna lose all his children. He gonna lose everything. All right.
Yeah, because none of that.
Because he has no covering, man. Right. So they did the right thing with the wrong man.
Right.
Those women, they did the right thing with the wrong man. They got,
it's another guy like that. He know he an Israelite, but he called himself the Yah something, and he got a couple of. He got one Keisha with him and an Edomite and all that. But he acted like he trying to teach truth, but he ain't really teaching truth.
Well,
Hey.
Look, if you ain't calling on the name of Yahweh Shai, you ain't teaching no truth. Right. All right. If you speak not according to this gospel, he wasn't even worth mentioning, brother. Somebody get Isaiah 4:1, Baba Kashak.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. It says, "In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach."
Right. So the way that the reproach is going to be taken away is through that man. Sweet Jeebus is not. First of all, that's not the Lord's name. And the Lord didn't set it up like that. A woman who believes, who understands and who've learned about this on this side, that's why they're going to be seeking to be with a man of the Lord. For it's written. Yaki, you didn't write that yesterday. I didn't write it. You know, this was written by a very long time ago, man. Right, when these scriptures were written, when these prophecies were written, and in this book, you know, and we all believe, that's why we're doing this, that every word in here is faithful and true. Everything the Lord said, He's going to stand on. So Isaiah 4:1 is a very real thing, and it's going to happen. And it's going to happen. It starts on this side.
Shit, with it keep inflation going like it is.
Hey, look, I told you about the parody I saw yesterday with the two white chicks looking through the crack of their door selling eggs.
That shit crazy.
They was the egg dealers.
That shit
right.
Yeah, because even with the price of eggs going up, everything else gonna go up. You know?
So yeah, nigga showed up to their door talking about, hey, you got the eggs? And she like, who you got with you? You know? Yeah, right. Grandma said, well, we only got that grade A shit here. So it was a whole little skit, like they selling drugs, but they actually selling eggs because times is getting hard, man. So they making light of it, making a joke out of it. It was entertaining, it was funny. But it's also sad, and it's a very real, it's a very real reality, and it's a very bad thing, man. All right, and you know, these women about to get a very nasty attitude adjustment, like I'm reading the scripture. Get that Ecclesiastes 25 and 24.
They gonna find out that they property too.
Of the woman,
like the elder said.
Yeah, from GMS North Carolina 777. In the news. Sirach 25:24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died.
Right. So we all died through the woman, man. That the beginning of sin started with the woman. So, you know, stop putting these women up on a pedestal, especially you people who call yourself black. All right. Stop putting these women up on a pedestal, man. They're not, you know. Life don't begin with them. Life begins with the man. All right. Get that. What's that scripture?
He was made for the man.
Yeah, that the woman is of the man, not the man of the woman. Bible Kushar.
Why he's getting that? This is Sirach 33 and 19. Give not thy son and wife, the brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest, and give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again. As long as thou livest, and have breath in thee, give not thyself over unto any, for better it is that thy children should seek to thee, than thou shouldest stand to their courtesy. In all thy works keep to thyself the preeminence. And you go into that word preeminence, it means superiority. It needs to be at the top. Leave not a stain in thine honor. So he said, keep your preeminence over who? Thy sons, who? Thy wives, who? Thy brother.
It said wives, plural, huh?
No, it said wife singular, but I'm saying we can have more than one wife.
Okay,
because it said give not thy son and wife and brother and friend. Basically, you don't give yourself, you don't give no one power over you. All right? We have one power. The man's power is Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash, and what he set up. And what the Lord set up is the apostles and elders on down and the brotherhood. Outside of that, I'll listen to any of them. Outside of that, you better listen to me.
I got that 1 Corinthians 11. Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
you
got it. I got it.
I say, hey, three brothers got it.
You got it? Go ahead. Okay. You got it, yeah. Go ahead. I like the way you read, brother.
Yeah, me too.
That's so eloquent.
I'm gonna be stuttering over here. No, you get
it. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 8. It says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man."
See, now these women act around like y'all niggas need it. If it wasn't for me, like the baby just manifested in her butt. Like she produced it. Like that's why I love that woman in Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter. So I don't know how the hell you came in my womb. I don't know how you was formed. I don't know how to build it. I don't know. She gave it to the Lord.
What I like even more is in Wisdom of Solomon when it said that I was compacted in my mother's womb with blood of the seed of man.
That's right. Yeah,
right. Point blank. Period. Yeah. That's the one. Man. You look. The man puts you in. The life begins with the man.
Come on.
All right. When he turns about 12, 13 years old,
That's it.
that's when you swimming around in your daddy, waiting for him to put you somewhere. All right.
And
that's it.
And another thing what women fail to realize too, because they don't have no understanding on Genesis, they think Eve was the only woman. She wasn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just who the Lord chose. It could have been any woman. You know what I mean? It was other people. It wasn't just Adam and Eve. You know what I mean?
That's why Genesis, the 5th chapter, said this the generation of the Adam.
Right.
Right.
There's
multiple people.
You know, like we don't need the nigga woman. Like we could have planted, you know, the seed can go to any nation.
And that's the apostle says it all the time, and that's when and that's what Jake have a hard time with that. You know that especially them BOIs, man. They have a hard time with that. They don't understand, man. And the Israelite man is the key. Right. Exactly. Through us is the life is through us, man. Exactly. Whatever woman we lay seed with, that child is an Israelite. Period. But if one of our women do it, that's a tear baby. That's a baby that looks like an Israelite, but it's not. It's simple as that.
King David grandmother.
You know, that exactly what it is. That is a baby that has melanin, but it's not. You know, that's Tia and Tamara.
Right.
You know, cute but saltless. Smart. And they little brother, the smart guy. Right.
Damn devil.
You know,
King David's grandmother was what? A Moabite. Right. And it's clearly say that King David was from the tribe of Judah, and you get your tribe through the father. So what the heck, y'all
they stuck on stupid, man. I always and we're gonna leave off with this, man. And I don't know how many times I said it, man, but look. The 12 tribes of Israel came out of 4 different women. And not one of those women was an Israelite. At all. Not one of them.
Message.
All right? So once again, the 12 tribes of Israel came out of 4 different women, and not one of those women was an Israelite. All right? But all their sons were. And that's how it began. It began, their sons became the patriarchs. The firstborn sons, all right, the first 12 sons became the patriarchs of Israel, and he had one daughter and there is no tribe of Dinah.
That's right.
All right,
it ain't there.
There's no right, because she her Israeliteness when it would die with her.
Right.
As simple as that, man.
Yeah. She was, like I said, down. She would have been given to an Israelite, and he would have put his seed, and her kids would have took on whatever tribe of that person.
So that's not the case. That's why you don't hear anything about her outside of the issue that happened when her brothers went and got revenge on the Hamites for taking her. Hey. All right. So with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash,
Kwam Yasharallah,
Kwam Yasharallah,
Abba Babal,
Abba Babal.
Turn those machines back on.
You're not in control.
Sell, Wilson, sell.